Two men have been jailed for a combined total of more than 10 years after more than a kilo of drugs was recovered, along with cash and stolen vehicles. Jamie Elkin, aged 37, and Lewis Lacey, 31, were convicted as part of the investigation. Elkin was arrested outside a storage unit on Kingsbury Road with 1 kilo of cocaine, which was given to him by Lacey in April 2022. Elkin was trying to get into the storage unit via roller shutter door with the drugs when police arrested him with the drugs, which were later found to have a value of up to £45,000. More than £50,000 was also seized from the storage unit. In July that year, officers carried out raids at 2 storage containers used by Lacey in the Minworth area, as well as his home address. At his home, 2 stolen Audis were found, along with $16,500 in cash and a Rolex watch worth $11,800. In the units, police found half a kilo of cocaine, crack cocaine, $38,820 in cash, and numerous bags for drugs to be put into for deals. A jet ski, scales, a stolen motorbike, and equipment used to steal cars was also seized. At Birmingham Crown Court on the 16th of October, Lacey of Chigwell Close, Castle Vale, was jailed for 7 years, and Elkin of Hawthorne Road, Castle Bromwich, was jailed for 5 years and 6 months. Lacey admitted possession of cocaine with intent to supply, possession of criminal property, and handling stolen goods. Elkin admitted conspiracy to supply cocaine and possession of cocaine with intent to supply. Detective Inspector Amar Patel from the Regional Organised Crime Unit for the West Midlands said, "This were 2 significant seizures of cash and drugs that would have gone on to be sold and cause misery on the streets of the West Midlands. The quantities involved show that these drugs were being moved at the wholesale level, which would then be passed on to dealers to be broken up and sold on the streets." Lacey was unemployed on paper, but was clearly living well beyond those means. A significant investigation involving CCTV, mobile phone analysts, and other techniques has led them now being behind bars for many years. Here's some more news from the National Crime Agency. A Liverpool man caught with 17 million of ketamine, a seizure of the drug described by police as one of the largest ever in the UK, has been jailed. Paul Farrelly, 46, was described as nervous when his Volkswagen van was stopped by police on the East Lancashire Road in Norris Green, Liverpool, on the 16th of September. Merseyside police officers realised why when the rear of the vehicle was found to be stuffed with 35 sacks of the Class B drug, including 13 which had been hidden in a specially hollowed-out stack of wooden kitchen countertops. Farrelly was jailed for 5 years and 4 months at Liverpool Crown Court after admitting possession of ketamine with intent to supply. The sacks were later found to contain a total of 875 kilograms of the drug, which was first manufactured as a horse tranquilizer. When abused, the drug can cause serious health problems, including permanent bladder damage that can require lifelong treatment. The court heard Farrelly answered no comment when interviewed and refused to hand over the PIN code to 3 mobile phones seized from him. Farrelly of Red Bank Close and Fazakerley, Liverpool, was arrested as part of a joint operation between Merseyside Police and the National Crime Agency. However, police said it was unclear how big the wider organised crime network was. The sentencing judge recorder, Daniel Lister, said he must have been aware of the scale of the operation and must have known what was in the back of the van even though he was the courier of the drugs rather than the ringleader in this conspiracy. After the sentencing, Detective Chief Inspector Tony Roberts from Merseyside Police described ketamine as an extremely dangerous drug. He said what a lot of people don't realise, it can result in fatalities, and we've seen a few here in the northwest recently, really tragic cases. In addition to that, it can have irreparable damage to your body. Here's some more news from the Easingwold ways. A man from Easingwold has been jailed for 12 years after a police raid discovered a sophisticated cocaine production facility at a property in the town, along with quantities of the drug with an estimated street value of 2.5 million. 2 other men from Liverpool were also sent to prison for their role in conspiring to supply more than 4.5 million of cocaine following an investigation by the Yorkshire and Humber Regional Crime Unit. The raid at the address of Cy Suddick, 32, in Henfield Way, Easingwold, on November the 30th last year, led to the arrest of Suddick and Oliver Duncan, 21, who tried to escape through a window, police said. Later the same day, police officers found 21 kilograms of cocaine with an estimated street value of 2.1 million in a Vauxhall Vivario van driven by Kevin Robinson, 50, which they stopped on the A1 near the Scotch Corner. The 3 men appeared before Leeds Crown Court on Friday, October the 17th. Suddick, aged 32, of Henfield Way, Easingwold, North Yorkshire, was jailed for 12 years after admitting 2 counts of possession of cocaine with intent to supply, conspiracy to supply cocaine, and permitting the use of premises for supplying cocaine. Duncan, aged 21, of Beachbend Crescent, Liverpool, was jailed for 5 years and 8 months after admitting 2 counts of possession of cocaine with intent to supply and conspiracy to supply cocaine. Robinson, aged 50, of Shalcombe Close, Hillwood, Liverpool, was jailed for 10 years and 2 months after admitting possession of cocaine with intent to supply and conspiracy to supply cocaine. Speaking after the sentencing hearing, Detective Constable Clive Newman of the Yorkshire Humber Regional Organised Crime Unit said, this organised crime group was running a multi-million-pound Class A drugs production and supply operation from a quiet residential area in North Yorkshire. Clearly they thought they were not going to be detected, but their confidence was misplaced, and the police's investigation proves how relentlessly the police were determined to dismantle drugs operations like this and of this kind. He added, I am pleased that the court has handed down the sentences that reflect the severity of their criminality, and I want to thank North Yorkshire Police and West Yorkshire Police colleagues for their assistance in apprehending these 3 men. Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.